Good evening. M.M Out There again, over here, everywhere, all over the place. Once again, we're with the Apostle Lynroy Scantlebury, and we're going to have a very scintillating conversation with him. And I welcome him to the room. How are you doing, sir?
Doing great, Mr. Morris.
Okay.
Doing great,
Fine.
doing great, doing great.
Now I'm going to get straight into it.
Yes, sir.
One of the main talking points concerning the recent budget presentation, public-wise, is the increased cost in the bus fare. One of my subscribers, Janelle, she brought it to my attention, and I prepared a little statement here, and I want you to make a comment on it.
Okay.
What I'm saying here is, the Right Honorable Prime Minister, M.M Out There, has been heartless in raising the bus fare by almost double, from $2 per trip to $3.50. That's by 1 3/4 to be exact, in an effort to ease this predicament for some commuters. They have taken, some take 3 trips, some 4. The present regime have issued passes. So I'm going to look at these passes statistically wise.
Okay, very well.
You have 10 at $32. That's $3.20 per trip. 14 at 44. That's $3.14 per trip. 28 at 84. That's $3 per trip. 20 at 62. That's $3.10 per trip. This analysis will show you that the best deal there is 28 for $84. That's $3 per trip. That's $1 above the last cost, $2.
That's right.
Now, 10 for 32 per trip is the least enticing. It's $3.20 per trip.
Okay.
What has been accomplished here? Nothing. Because you purchase the pass and the unreliable transport board fails to show up on time, you have to end up catching a PSV.
That's true. That's true.
Okay? So you still have to catch a PSV where you have to pay cash. So this pass does not make that much sense. Even if you can use it for its purpose, the intention is to arrive at your venue in a timely manner.
Yes, sir.
Now I appreciate that they're trying to imitate the developing countries, like for example Canada, the United States, who issue passes.
Right.
But there's a big difference in their method. When they do passes, all passes are per month, for example, and they're one cost and they're limitless. Meaning you can go anywhere you want at any time for that month on that one cost. So basically what you're doing here, you're still paying per trip.
Right.
Per trip. So the pass means nothing.
Right.
Okay? So Prime Minister Motley, you have done nothing but to increase the misery of the commuter costs, wise that is, and shall contribute greatly to the already tardy practice of the workforce, while school children continue to rampage free on the state-owned transport board, and proudly they pay the PSVs. What do you have to say about that?
Well, that issue of increasing bus fares to $3.50 has always been an issue. And it's going to create a firestorm among those who are working within the lesser brackets. Let me say this. I don't think that this was carefully thought out by the government. Okay?
Is anything carefully thought out by this government?
Well, I'm not particularly sure, and that's something that is left up to speculation. But in relation, especially to the hike in bus fares, this has not been carefully thought out. Number one, you want to look at Barbados from the point of view of the fact that it is just 166 square miles, 14 by 22. It is not as large as New York City. Let's put it like that. That has over 9 million. We're talking about volume versus size.
But we can go nearer. It's not as large as Kingston, Jamaica.
Okay, well, there you go. Well, again, what they should have done, okay, because you have school children who are riding free, you have the pensioners who are riding free,
The police?
you have the police that are riding free on the buses. You don't even have your nurses riding free in Barbados that take care of our elderly around the island.
And the nurses should be riding free.
Exactly. And yet, the school children that are numerous are still riding for free.
But not taking advantage of the situation. They're paying the PSVs.
Exactly. Well, here's what the government should have done. They should have been first an assessment. They should have been a liaison with businesses in Barbados to find out how many of your employees take the bus. How many of your employees have to take 2 or 3 buses to get to work, okay? Before you implement a plan. Secondly, what you want to look at is a cost that would be cost effective to the commuters and still make the transport board a profit. Meaning that every individual buys a ticket that is unlimited. In other words, if you don't have that particular bus on your route and someone can take you to another route, you can use that ticket unlimited for a month. So we're looking at between $75 per ticket, which makes
per pass.
Per pass,
yeah.
Which makes money for the transport board, okay, and also eases the pocket of the commuter, okay. Now you also have to look at a ticket for your school children, okay.
No, we can't forget them.
Which could be at least, Mr. Morris, at least $5 a week, standard, okay, and that $5 a week allows them to ride on the school buses because they're going to pay. These school children are still going to pay money on the PSVs, okay. So this is one of the things that in looking at this whole issue of the hike in bus fares, I don't think it was carefully thought out. I think it was rushed, like most anything that they're doing, even with switching from plastic to paper. Everything seems to be rushed in Barbados. There's never any town hall meetings on anything. They just come, they tell you next week, next month we're implementing this. And this is not how you build a nation, okay? You want to work with your people to find out what would be the best route to go. And I think this is something that needs to be looked into.
But you say it's rushed and they're just doing it. But they were not 30 seats. So you've basically given them the mandate to do whatever they want.
Well, that's
at whatever speed that they want.
That's true to a point, but in relation, you have to understand that again with the system of governance that we have in Barbados, we have this idea that many ministries will make things easier. There's an old saying in Barbados: many cooks
spoil the broth.
Spoil the broth. Okay.
I remember that. My grandmother told me that.
And these sayings that we have in Barbados, we have to understand that they just don't apply to what we will call regular Barbadiana. They also apply to what we're doing in government. Okay, so at some levels, you are going to get some mishaps. And these are things that are happening. I do not think, Mr. Morris, that the idea of taking bus fares from $2 to $3.50 was carefully thought out by our government.
As I said, it was almost double, 1.75 to be precise.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a big jump. And even with the passes that are supposed to be sort of make things, but it's still a whole increase of $1
at least, and I know people who are making $250, some $190 a week here in Barbados.
But is that before the other things are taken out?
Yeah, and I think this is something that needs to be looked into. I think it needs to be addressed because you're building a nation, and in order to build a nation, you must set your foundation strong.
For instance, some of those girls who work at those gas attendants, I know they don't make much. So if we have, let's say, one that has to take 3 buses, that's $21 a day. And if they're working 5 days, that's $105 per week.
Right.
And if you add in their lunch money there, and they know they don't get $300 a week, not them. So they'll basically be working for nothing.
Okay. Well, the other thing that they could have done is to sit and diversify their bus routes. And in some cases, instead of sending one bus to 2 areas, you have them overlapping. Okay, so that individuals get to benefit from it, because they're talking about the PSVs will pick up the slack. In which country? In Barbados, the PSVs are already doing well in Barbados. There are many of them on the road. So they're not going to pick up the slack. They're already, in many cases, beating the transport world.
But you want to know something? Even some of the PSV owners do not agree with $3.50. It's hard to believe, because you would have thought that they'll be glad to get free
extra money, but you know, they know it's already hard on people.
Of course.
They know that in Barbados right now, in terms of what we are doing and the level of finances that many individuals in Barbados are at, the level that many are at, this hike in bus fare is going to be very, very heavy on them.
Well, as I said, that was brought to my attention by one of my subscribers, right? She never misses any of our programs. And that's why I did the analysis of it, right?
Well, I sat on a board of a secondary school here, and I'll tell you honestly, in going there on some evenings, you know, when that bell rings for 3 p.m., there are PSVs outside of the school waiting on children.
And they're probably off route.
And obviously, so you know, and they're already there waiting. And these kids come out, the school buses are there. They run straight for the
PSV.
Exactly. So I mean, it's a culture that is out
there. But the PSVs have the music and so on.
Exactly. So I think it's important for the government to really sit and strategize, bring key individuals together, have meetings about these things before they make decisions that hurt people.
Now, I've always looked at it this way. I've seen, someone, let's say it's Pakistan. They're waiting for a bus to go to Oistins, which is supposed to leave down here at 11. But it's going to leave when that one comes. So if that one comes at 1 o'clock, that's when this other one is going to leave, or it might be the same one. My view is this: the one that's leaving Spikes Down has nothing at all to do with that one that's coming down. You have one here which is leaving at 11. It has nothing to do with what's coming from up there. This is leaving here at 11. Nothing to do with that. That's the way it should be.
Well, again, I would
availability,
I've looked also, you know, back when we were going through our deliberations in terms of the transport system in Barbados. We need a better hub system. The system should be better hubbed, and I think that, for instance, I would have made Whole Town, which is becoming a mini metropolis. I would have made Whole Town a hub area, and so that buses that are coming from Bridgetown can leave Bridgetown every 20 minutes. You're coming to Whole Town. You're bringing passengers who are on their way to the north. You come to Whole Town, you make your transfer in Whole Town, so that you don't have a bus coming from Bridgetown going to Collingtown, Pike Corner, and then going back to Bridgetown. It is too much pressure on the bus. So you have buses,
even on the driver.
Of course. So you have buses that are leaving Whole Town, you're going Collingtown, you're going Indian Ground, you're going Boston Bell, you're going Pike Corner, you're going Jose Hill, you're going St. Lucie Church, you're even going to Bathsheba. But that's where the bus is leaving, and that's where it's coming back to. Okay? So if you're coming from Bathsheba, and you really want to get to Whole Town, you will get to Whole Town. Okay? And it's for the same price. So these are ideas that we have to look at and implement, because we're looking at developing a nation.
Okay, Apostle, as usual, our time is running out.
Yes, sir.
So this is the end of part 1. So that's M.M Out There saying, we'll be back very shortly. This is the end of part 1 with the Apostle Lynroy Scantlebury.
Thank you, sir.
Let's take a break.
Yes, sir.
Okay.